All right, I think we're live. I'm not quite sure, but we'll see how it goes.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Should I keep my mask on?
You should probably keep your mask on. It's the safe thing to do.
The safe thing to do.
Oh, speed that. Okay, so we're gonna get started in 5 minutes because it's only 7:55. But in case you guys were hopping on early, wanted to just sign on and welcome you guys. And if you guys are in the chat, you guys could say hi, so we know who's here.
Hello, everybody. I hope you like our backgrounds. Woohoo! So Albert and I have been doing these outside, which is why we're wearing our masks. But one day, hopefully, you'll see our face. But thankfully, it's been really nice lately, the weather. How's the audio? Is it okay?
I wonder if this makes us influencers. I heard that's a term.
You're not an influencer.
I could be an influencer.
You're not an influencer.
At least in our house, I'm not an influencer. Alright, so we have 3 minutes before we start. And in case you wanted to see a picture of our kid, this is him. Oh, it looks like he's here with us. Zoom makes it so it looks like he's here with us. Wow, Zoom is such an amazing program. Alright. And then for the new grads out there, we are going to have 2 people giving our announcements today. So I am very excited about that.
Yes, yes. Last time, if you recall, Albert lost.
I was not
Which
intending to lose.
Hardly ever happens, so it was a very special day for me. And he had to give the announcements in cowboy.
That was terrible. I should have practiced. Alright. So we will be back in 2 minutes, but just wanted to let you guys know that we are online. And alright.
You guys all have your hand sanitizer?
Let's just not do Zoom background.
You don't want to do a Zoom background?
No.
We're out in nature. We got our hand sanitizer going.
Alright, so this week we found out that the ICE order to kind of cancel everything that's happening with the international students got revoked, and so that's awesome news.
Yes.
Especially for USC, given how many international students there are at USC. But yeah, that's great news. We have a lot of friends who are international, and I'm glad that they're getting stopped. It's going to be interesting seeing how many people are actually going to be on campus actually this fall.
Yeah.
Especially at the Village. I heard that on Frat Row actually there was a lot of outbreaks that happened.
At USC?
Yeah, and then there was an email that went out to kind of the USC community.
Be careful out there, frat row.
Alright, so it's almost 8 o'clock, so we'll get started in 15 seconds. right.
It feels like a rocket ship about to launch or something. We're like looking at
Okay, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. So it is 8 o'clock. What's up, everyone? So
What's
we
up?
are going to get started.
Hello. Hi guys. My name is Alisa.
And hey, what's up? I'm Albert.
Hello. And so we want to welcome you to our second ever Thursday night A2F USC Livecast. Woo-hoo! So if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. This is just our second one, so we'll see how it's going. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have been. Well, Albert was just talking about some news with the administration, how they're gonna allow the international students to stay in America, even though classes are online, which is great. We've also been following just USC fall policy pretty closely. I think, as you guys all know, it was supposed to be in person initially, and then just this past week, I think California had like the highest record of coronavirus cases. So we're in the middle of the second wave, and so I think you guys all know that it's pretty much going to be virtual in the fall. Yeah, the university is really highly encouraging students, and so that's a bummer for sure. And I definitely feel for all of the freshmen, you guys out there. You guys are probably not having the college experience that you expected. Just so all the more, just want to let you guys know that at Axie Fellowship, and we really are going to try to still launch a ministry on campus. Check out our website for just virtual events that we're going to try, just even this live cast. So we really hope that just with the different kinds of events that we'll get to know each other, you'll get to know us. We could really build a community here online. And so all the more, like, just even with this live cast, we're going to be doing things that we would have done in person. Like closer to the fall, we're going to try using the space as a Bible study, doing Bible studies, and even like special talks, questions about Christianity. So yeah. That was a long intro.
That was a very long intro.
Sorry.
She kind of went off script, but it's okay because we are just learning how to do this live stream.
Yeah. But anyways, we are launching. It's basically what I'm saying. We're really excited about it. We're going to launch here in the fall. We're a new campus ministry, and we're really looking forward to meet all of you, even if it's virtual.
Yep. And then even though we're new to USC in particular, we're actually part of a larger network of campus ministries across the nation. And so we're on other campuses, including Berkeley, Chicago, North Carolina, UT Austin, and Pitt.
Yeah. So we wanted to just use this time to just give you guys some more background into who we are, where we came from, and why we want to come to USC this fall.
Yeah, so we actually both grew up kind of around here in Orange County. I was in Anaheim Hills, and then she was in Irvine before we went up to Berkeley for college. And we both kind of grew up church. I was a super rebellious kid, and I was running away from God and got involved in a lot of bad stuff before God eventually found me and turned my life completely around in college. And so that's kind of been the story of my life, actually, just leaving behind a lot of the things that I used to be engaged in. And then Alisa, on the other hand, was a
Totally
goody two-shoes. She was a goody two-shoes in...
Didn't break the rules.
Yeah, in Irvine, never broke the rules. But she was really jaded by the church too, by a lot of the hypocrisy that she saw. But then kind of in college as well, she found that the church was not necessarily what she had written it off to be. And so God kind of found her in that way as well.
Yeah, and so I became a Christian in college, and it's in our college days our lives really changed and transformed, and we just fell in love with college ministry, and just as we saw our friends' lives change, and so we just never left it. Even though we graduated a while ago, we've been engaged in college ministry for a while, and various campuses, and Berkeley and LA, and then now we hope at USC.
Yeah, so we actually have been involved in college ministry for, I think it's 10 years now. So we graduated in 2010. And we moved down to LA about 7 years ago to start a campus ministry at the inferior public institution across town. And so we've been there for the past 7 years, but then this year God's calling us to leave everything behind and upgrade and move over to USC.
Yeah, so we're not going to do this on our own. Like we are actually co-leading Acts 2 Fellowship USC with a couple of our really good friends. Their names are Albert and Esther, and I went to college with Esther. We were in the same like life group, and so we're really excited for you guys to get to know them. They also were at the college across town.
Yeah.
But between you and me, we are definitely the cooler half. So yeah, just wanted to drop
Yep.
that in there.
Yeah, and so we, oh shoot.
Hello!
Hi.
Dun dun dun!
Yeah, so as you can see, we are the cooler half.
If you guys have spent any time with us, I think you'll tell right away that Esther is definitely cooler than me. But Albert here is probably the coolest one out of all of us.
What?
Well,
What?
it'll be cool.
Yeah, that sounds cool. I don't know why we need to have this ranking system.
Okay, that was totally scripted to have him join. Do you guys?
My honest feelings. Those are just how I really felt there.
I do actually think Esther is cooler than me. That's just honest truth.
All right, do you guys want to introduce yourselves really quick?
Yeah, I'm Esther. I grew up in Monterey, not Monterey Park, but Monterey, California. It's like a little bay underneath the Big Bay area. And I grew up going to church with my family, and then eventually everyone stopped going, just with different just issues with the church, as well as personally, I went to college not really wanting to. Yeah, I just felt like I no longer needed God or church anymore, and so yeah. But then what happened sophomore year was I ended up finding our church and really experiencing God's word to be true, and that's when I made kind of a genuine decision to become Christian on my own turn. Not on my own terms, but yeah, it was my own personal decision. So now we've been living in LA for the past 7 years together, and I work for the church full time and help run with the fellowship here at USC.
Yep. For me, I grew up going to church too, except I grew up in New York City, East Coast, and I went to a really small Chinese church with my parents. I didn't really feel inspired back then because it was really boring to me and kind of old-fashioned. But there were glimpses of what Christian life could be like. So I actually became Christian at a retreat in middle school. And then looking back, it actually took away a lot of the burdens that I carried with me, my guilt and shame, and my sins. And so I just kept living though, like everyone else after that, all the way until college. In college, I finally decided to stop living this double life and compartmentalizing my Christian life and give God control over every part of it. So that's in a nutshell our story.
Nice. So we're the ones. So our two couples are the ones coming over to USC this year.
What?
And one cool fact is that we have kids who are the same age. And so actually, I don't even know if they're in person, but this is the picture of them. The one on the left is Jordan, and then the one on the right
Totally looks like Albert.
is Titus. Yes. And so, they're really excited to come to USC as well.
I'm sure they're going to be future Trojan football fans.
Maybe, we'll see. Yeah. But hey, so like we were saying, we're part of our group is part of a larger network of campus ministries that all started off in Berkeley, where we became Christian and found God for the first time. And, for a lot of us, we found that college is the perfect time to, either seek out for the first time or re-find or grow in your relationship with God. And so we wanted to give a picture of what our church is like in the Acts 2 church. But rather than monologuing about that, because we've already been talking about it a lot, we're going to play this video really quick. So let me go ahead and switch my screen and show that to you guys.
An Acts 2 church in every college town. That's the vision that drives a lot of what we do as a church. But where did that vision come from? In the final verses of Acts chapter 2, we find a compelling picture of the early church. Acts 2 describes a group of believers who built their lives around the church community. They devoted themselves to teaching, fellowship, prayer. They met each other on a daily basis, breaking bread and going in and out of each other's homes. They were a family. They even sold their own possessions to help each other. And the Lord added to their numbers those who were being saved. It's an inspiring picture. But that was 2,000 years ago. Could that actually happen today? A church that is meeting in each other's homes and eating there day by day? That seems hard when today's church is often thought of as a once a week, 1 or 2 hour sort of thing. And besides, whose home are you going to meet at? And a church where people freely share their possessions? Nobody actually does that outside their own family. In the 21st century, the Acts 2 church sounds too good to be true. But the amazing thing is that over the past 30 years, somehow we have come to experience Acts chapter 2. Like so many things in life, it happened in an unexpected way. It all started when we were college students at UC Berkeley. We experienced being in each other's homes, eating together, hanging out almost every day. Did we discover some secret principle of community? No, we were just going to college. What we didn't anticipate back then was that college life provided the template to live out Acts chapter 2. So you might say we were an accident of history, people trying to follow God who met each other at a point in life when we could experience the closest thing to Acts 2. We all lived in tiny dorms or in apartments near each other. We got close through cramming for midterms, sharing energy drinks and snacks late into the night, maybe to the detriment of our bodies. We bonded over our common identity as students, just trying to survive in college. In short, we shared life together, and there was a dailiness to it all. And as we followed God, we became close as a family. We saw our friends getting saved and their lives getting transformed, and we got excited thinking about what God could do in and through our lives. When graduation came, we all expected for the dream to end, that we'd just move on to our careers and families. That was how it usually goes. But some of us asked, why should this end? Why do we have to separate? What if instead of scattering to chase the American dream, we continue to live in community, just like we did in college? What if we continued to live close enough to borrow sugar, or milk, or even a meal? Okay, well, that's not really borrowing. What if instead of thinking about my future and my spiritual aspirations, we thought about our future, of what we can build together for the kingdom of God? And that's what we decided to do. I guess you could say we were just a bunch of people who enjoyed college life so much that we never left it. When we started working, we didn't want things like career and income to intrude on our relationships, so we continued to keep our lives simple. There were tough times, of course. We had to push back on the pull to just follow the higher paying job or the nicer home, but we stuck together. We stuck to God's word. We kept up the meeting in each other's homes day by day part, and over the next 2 decades, we got to experience God adding to our number daily those who were being saved. College students were coming to Christ, getting baptized and discipled. Over time, some of the students we met and ministered to decided to stick around after graduation to keep reaching out to the Berkeley campus. With each graduating class, more people caught the vision of being the Acts 2 church together. And as time went on, God led us beyond the college campus as well. We started serving the elderly by bringing church to their nursing homes. This became what is known today as elderly care ministry. We discovered a number of local churches without the resources to put on service for their youth. And so we began forming teams to partner with those churches and meet that need. This became our inner high ministry. On our campus, we started bringing the gospel to the growing number of international students, many of whom had never heard the gospel or read the Bible. At the heart of our church remains the desire to reach the college campus. After all, it was the place where so many of us had encountered Jesus. We began to realize that the Acts 2 church we were experiencing was more than just a pleasant surprise to be enjoyed with one another on our own campus. It was something we needed to replicate on other campuses as well. And so the vision was born, an Acts 2 church, not just in Berkeley, but in every college town. And for the past 12 years, that's what we've been doing. Anywhere from 10 to 20 of us throwing in our lots together and moving to the next church plant destination. We packed up our belongings, found new jobs, and relocated our families. Each time, it was sad to say goodbye, but we felt convicted that the gospel that saved us must continue to go through us. we've come to just see how pivotal a mission field the college campus is. The campus culture is saturated with unspoken expectations of how to live life, how to have fun, how to deal with stress, how to do college, and none of those involved pursuing Christ. And yet college is also the place where the trajectories of our lives are set. We realized that there's a spiritual battle for the lives of over 21 million college students across our nation. The harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. So we went as God led us. As we look back on the past 12 years, God has used us to plant 18 churches serving 34 college campuses. 385 church planners have been sent out. We're bringing Sunday services to 38 nursing homes. We serve 75 inner high churches in 45 cities to minister to over 600 youth. Most amazing of all, we have led 4,300 people to repent and surrender their lives to Jesus. Our church today looks much different from the group of friends who stuck together after graduation and committed their lives to God some 30 years ago. But what does remain the same is that DNA, the template of college life, continuing in the lives of the next generation of campus ministers and church planners, striving to live out the vision of Acts 2. And as we look back, we marvel at how God has led us from a small band of college friends just wanting to spend some time together to a church that God would use to reach others who need the gospel to the ends of the earth. And they devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and the fellowship, to the breaking of bread and the prayers. And awe came upon every soul, and all who believed were together and had all things in common. And they were selling their possessions and belongings and distributing the proceeds to all, as any had need. And day by day, breaking bread in their homes, they received their food with glad and generous hearts. And the Lord added to their number day by day those who were being saved.
All right, that's our church.
I really love this video. I feel like I could watch it, like I could just never get tired of it. It reminds me of just what I personally experienced when I first came to our fellowship all those years ago, and I definitely could relate with just becoming like a family together, just as we devoted ourselves to God's Word and just really strove to live out this kind of Acts 2 church life.
Yeah, I think for me, I can't believe we've been at this church for over 10 years. There's definitely been a lot of memorable moments, and as we experienced just different phases of life together and just growing together, having our spiritual lives shaped by, just growing close together, as well as just personally, my own view of God and how to live out my faith. And it's just been really awesome to see how God has led our church, and just it's really neat to see how He's led me personally too, as we get to experience and just leading us in different ways, especially here in LA.
Yeah, the values that we mentioned in the video, it's what we really strive to live out in our fellowship. So we want to be close, like the early church, a lot like family. And we want to do that by having fellowship over studying the Bible, praying, eating, and having fun together, and being there for each other when we're in need. So this is a community that takes trust and hard work to build it up, and we want to invite all of you out there to join us as we build up the Acts 2 community here at USC.
Yeah, and it's super cool because like I said, our campus ministries have been popping up here and there, and so shout out to Tofumi out there in Chicago. We miss you a lot. But I guess just speaking of our group that we're going to be starting over in USC this year, we're actually not going to be starting it alone. We're actually going to be starting with all of these folks right here. And so this is going to be the team that we join with. And so say hi, everybody. Oh, Mike Hendrickson is in the waiting room.
Hi guys.
All right.
Wow, look at you guys.
These are our recent grads, and we've known each other for the past 4 years.
So we're gonna have them introduce themselves really quick. So here we go. Here's a little profile.
Take care. Alright, okay, so Hi, my name is John. I'm originally from Philly, and fun fact is that I actually don't like Philly cheesesteaks. So,
What?
yeah. Surprise, surprise.
Hey guys, my name is Joel, and my fun fact is that I was born in California, but I went to high school in Switzerland, and now I live in Chicago. So people call me Mr. Worldwide.
No,
What?
you don't.
I don't know a single person who calls
I'm
you
not sure
that.
about that one.
Nice picture, by the way.
Thank you, thank you.
I think I'm next. I'm not sure why it says Heather.
Is this really your team?
I mean,
my
it's
name's
close.
Joanne.
Yeah.
Should I go? Okay, my name's Joanne. I'm originally from an island in the Bay Area, and I'm studying to be a PA. And a fun fact about me is that I can fall asleep pretty much anytime and anywhere.
This is true. I have witnessed this.
We can all attest to this. That's impressive.
Hey, what's up? My name's Johnny. I just graduated as well. I was originally born in Korea, but I've been living in California since I was 12 years old. Fun fact, I minored in French, so I can speak a little bit. So,
Oh.
bonjour.
Oh.
On peut.
On peut.
Je parle français.
Oui, je parle français un peu.
Oh, wow. My name is Mike. I just graduated as well. I'm originally from Orange County. And a fun fact about me is that I can speak a little bit of Spanish, but not as much as Johnny can speak French. So I'm not going to give you guys a taste, but yeah.
That is here.
And you're inside the present right now. It looks like wrapping paper.
He's the gift.
Yeah, oh, really?
You're the
Oh, thank
gift,
you.
Mike.
Oh,
All right, the real
appreciate
Heather.
that.
Yes, I'm the real Heather. Hi, my name is Heather, and I'm originally from Houston, Texas. And an interesting fact about me is that my pinkies are actually different sizes because my dad accidentally slammed it in a car door. So it's like,
Oh, yeah, me too.
That's good.
Hey, hi everybody, my name's Vanessa. I'm originally from San Jose. I'm studying to be a teacher right now, and an interesting fact about me is that I have a motorcycle license.
Very cool.
I'm Melanie. I'm from Fresno, and an interesting fact about me is I always wake up to my first alarm.
Dang. I don't think I've
Impressive.
ever woken
Another
up to my first.
superpower. See, I don't believe this, but her friends attest that this is true.
True. It is true.
It's true.
You're wrong, Mama.
Well, my name is Nathan. I am originally from Oakland, California. I studied biochem in college. And a fun fact about me is, as you can see, I have glasses. It's because I'm both nearsighted and farsighted at the same time.
Wow.
I don't know how you prove that.
I've tried his glasses.
This is true.
It's really
This is true. We've tried.
nauseating.
alright, hi guys, I'm Ibukun, or Ibu, and I'm from Sugarland, Texas. Yes, that is a real place. And that will explain my next fun fact, which is that my favorite thing is donuts. So if you meet me in person in LA, let's go on a donut tour sometime, because I've been dying to do it. So.
What's your favorite donut place in LA?
I really like Sidecar,
Oh,
but
Sidecar's so good.
it's so good.
Bro, but those are bougie, man.
It's
You know,
also
I'm a
like
bougie
2-3
person.
hours wait. All right, Sharon eating mac and cheese.
I think that's teriyaki actually, but hello, I'm Sharon, and I also just graduated and I majored in cognitive science, and I'm from Houston, Texas, so that makes 3 of us Texans on this one Zoom call. And my fun fact is that I'm currently learning how to fly a drone.
Very
Dang.
cool.
Technological.
Things you do during SIP.
Hi, I'm Josh. I'm originally from San Jose, and I also study biochem, but now I'm not doing anything biochem related. I'm doing computer science stuff, actually. And fun fact is that I actually have perfect pitch.
Right, perfect. Okay. So we've seen it in action, live, but we want to show the whole world whether you can really pull it off. So here, oh, look at that. I have a virtual piano for you. So if you turn around, Josh, turn around. Okay, we're gonna play a note and see if you can identify this. Wait, let me share my computer audio. Here we go. You guys can see this.
That's an F sharp.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Is that?
Wow.
It's not labeled.
That is so
Turn
impressive.
on.
That's a B.
Whoa!
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah, we're gonna do a really, really high note. Okay, turn on.
That's a G sharp.
Whoa!
You could just plan that beforehand.
Are one of your roommates feeding you answers? That's
All right. Okay, well, that is a little bit about our team. Hopefully you guys will get to know us a little bit better over the next few months as we continue to do these Zoom Hangouts. Now it's time for what everybody on the screen has been waiting for, which is our final game in order to figure out who's going to be giving our announcements today. All right, so last week I had to give the announcements in Cowboy. This week we are going to have 2 winners who are going to give the announcements, and it's going to be the last 2 people who come back for our scavenger hunt. So are you guys ready?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's go.
Okay, so Vanessa can't do it, and then Nathan can't do it, but everybody else, the last 2 people to come back with the items, and there is going to be 4 items, okay? And to make it easy, they all start with the letter S, and so I am going to type it out in the chat right now. Oops. Actually, can you let me stop my virtual background? And hopefully you guys can see this, but it is a snack, a left shoe, a spoon, and something red. A snack, a left shoe, a spoon, and something red. And then the last 2 people to come back on screen with their items are gonna give our announcements today. Dang, are you guys serious?
Wow.
That was really fast.
Okay.
Alright, so it's down to either Ibu or Joel
Aw, poor Ibu.
Come on, Joe.
or Heather.
Joe.
Heather's still not back.
Or
Oh,
Becky.
Becky's not back either.
Oh, Mike Hendrickson, you came back early. Oh man. Alright. I think it's
knew
Heather
it.
and Becky.
Heather, it's
Wait,
Becky.
Joel's not back. Oh, Joel's back. Okay.
Alright, so it is Heather and Becky who are going to be giving our announcements today in Pirate. Let's give them a hand.
Yay.
Alright, so if everybody can... Wait, Heather, Becky, do you guys have the script?
Yes.
Becky, do you have the script?
Yeah.
Alright, get out your hook and show us your eye patch and take it away for us.
Alright, who wants to go first?
Alright, Heather, you're pirate number 1. You're captain, you're pirate number 1. And Becky, you're pirate number 2.
Okay. Oh boy, mateys, it's me, Captain Heather. I can't find the eye patch, but wait, I have my eye patch, but this is here. The hook. So let's get started reading the announcements for this week.
Hi there, I'm First Mate Becky. This Sunday we'll be setting out on the virtual station again and hosting an online Sunday service at 2 p.m. followed by Trojan Zoom Hangout. It'll be a bloody good time, so join us.
And yo ho ho! There's also Taco Tuesday a few days later. We'll be hosting an online virtual forum to learn more about how to find community virtually. Arg! That'll be a good time.
Massive e-scallywags are interested in getting plugged in. Our network of ministries is hosting a nationwide Christian leadership conference for college students, and you're welcome to sign up.
Really good.
We're free to get plugged in to meet some other Trojan mateys through your Zoom halls. Can learn more on our website. Sign up or I'll call you a landlubber.
And shiver me timbers, that's it.
All right, let's give them a hand.
Hey, good job.
Yeah, so we'll email out the announcements because I know you probably couldn't understand anything that we said.
It'll be on our website.
But it'll all be on our website. And thank you so much. Thank you so much, Becky. All right, that is it for our live stream number 2. Peace out and fight on.
Fight on. Woohoo!
See you guys later.